As true crime junkies, we know the serial killers that dismembered their victims. We know the Jeffrey Dahmers. We know the Ed Gaines. We know the Ed Kempers, the co-ed killer. But have any of these serial killers ever wrote and drew about the crime before it happened? Did this next killer script his own crime, then act on it? Let's find out right now. Happy Wicked Tuesday, my Cajun cuties. It's me, Anne Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carencro, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I want to wish all of you a very happy Mardi Gras. Today is Mardi Gras, February 13th, 2024, in the wonderful state of Louisiana. We are having a blast. There's parades going on. There's tons of fun. There's Mardi Gras beads. There's king and queens. Just, it's a marvelous time. I hope after this video that y'all like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. I hope y'all have a beverage. I hope y'all have a snuggle partner or a snuggle fur partner, and y'all are ready to hear a story from yours truly. Now, who are we going to talk about today? Because y'all, today we are going to talk about a convicted killer that we have never heard of. I have never heard of. Maybe you have. Y'all tell me down in the comments below, because I've never heard of this guy. Never, ever, ever. This to me hadn't got that much coverage as it should have gotten. Today we're going to be talking about Blake Leibel. Blake Leibel was born in May of 1981 in Toronto, Canada. His father, Lauren Leibel, was a wealthy real estate developer and has long been known as being the Donald Trump of Canada. Blake's brother Cody founded a short-lived record label in LA, and in 2017, Cody bought Reba McEntire's home for $25 million, making him the youngest homeowner in Beverly Park history. So where does this leave Blake? Because this family is well known and has done very well for themselves. Blake was a Canadian comic book creator and graphic novelist. It was said he looked like a mad genius, extremely talented, but really out there. Blake wanted to be someone, wanted to make a name for himself. Blake wasn't content on being just a rich kid. He didn't want to be the spoiled rich kid. He wanted to make more for himself. He wanted a name for himself, because we think people like me that don't come from money and have to work for everything we have, we sit there and we say to ourselves, we would love to live like that. We would love to just have everything in our beck and call 24/7. Money's just no object. We can, if we want to go buy a $25 million home, it's okay because our parents are going to pay for it and we're going to have to do anything. But for these kids that have money, they don't want to always be known as, well, my daddy got this for me. My mama got this for me. I didn't have to work for this. They want something else to be known for. Just like Hugh Hefner said about Playboy. He could have had everything he wanted. He had all these women around him 24/7, but it's like putting a child in a candy store and saying, get whatever you want. You eventually want more. You want more, and you want to be known for something. So Blake Leibel, when he moved to LA, wanted that name and actually did make a name for himself. But what kind of name did he make for himself? Now, Blake was quite the ladies' man. Let me tell you, he was a ladies' man. He had ladies around him 24/7, and the most beautiful women. Most of them were supermodels. He knew the best restaurants. He knew the best clubs. He knew celebrities. He knew where to go to get access. He knew the best of the best and where to go to find everything. He was out on the town every single night, living his best life. And one day he met Iana Kasian. Iana Kasian was born on January 27, 1986 in Ukraine, a beautiful woman. Iana studied law and worked as a prosecutor at the Ukraine Tax Service. In 2014, she moved to California and worked as a model. Iana met Blake Leibel in 2015 while he was still married to Anna Braun, which he later left for Iana, and they also had a son together. Later in 2015, Iana and Blake became engaged, and in May of 2016, Iana gave birth to the couple's daughter, Diana. Iana and Blake were living in a rental apartment in West Hollywood. Blake bought Iana an $80,000 car. He took care of her. Y'all, He was taking this girl, Iana, who was beautiful, sweet, loving, caring, just wanted to make it in the United States. He was taking care of her like no other. They had just met, and he buys her a beautiful $80,000 Mercedes SUV. They were going on private plane rides. They were going to the best restaurants. He sounded to me, and I could be wrong, he sounded like he was a love addict. He sounded like he wanted all these women to be with him and to fall in love with him quick, and he wanted to fall in love fast, and he wanted to hurry up and put them in houses. Because remember, he had a wife that was living in Beverly Hills with his son. He had Yana set up in a Hollywood apartment, and even got her mama, Yana's mama, Olga, a condo next to there, so Olga could take care of Yana and the baby. She wanted to help, so he flew her down from the Ukraine. And just weeks after Yana gave birth in May of 2016, Blake gets arrested for sexual assault. Yana takes her last $5,000 and bails Blake out of jail. And why and who said that he did these things to him? Who accused him of SA? Well, another girlfriend, Constance. She was a beautiful girl, known as a party girl. He had her living it up in a house in Beverly Hills. This wasn't a love triangle. This was a love square. He had women all over the place and was putting them up in these beautiful houses. He was actually a catch to these women. These women thought they were the only ones. My thing is, how did he have time for all of this? I know maybe he didn't work, but this is a lot to keep up with. Now, it seems to me that Blake is a spider, and all these women are tangled up in his web, because he had a soon-to-be ex-wife and he had 2 girlfriends. Then all of a sudden, Constance, the one accusing Blake of SA, later said that she made the whole thing up. She denied it happened. And to me, that's so wrong in so many levels. I don't care how mad you are at someone. In my opinion, you do not accuse them of something like that, because that is a horrible crime. Horrible. If it didn't happen, why would she go to the cops and say that Blake Leibel did this to her, and then later say, no, it did not happen? Did Constance find out about Iana? Why was Constance, who he had put up in a home, he was seeing her here and there, why did she feel the need to go to the cops and make this up? Was she hurting? Was she upset? What kind of emotion did she have? Did Blake really do something to her? And she later said, never mind, I didn't do it. I made it up because she was scared of Blake. Did something actually happen? Because when I tell y'all what this man did and what this man was capable of, and to me, he had demons living through him. I don't know what he had, some type of evil. Y'all are going to question several things as well, just like I did. Just days after Blake is bailed out of jail, Iana is never seen again. When Blake was arrested, Iana moved in with her mother, the condo next to Blake's. She had had enough. She bailed him out. She took her brand new newborn baby and moved in with Olga, her mother. Now, I'm just going to stop right there and say this. Do I think, in my opinion, if someone accused my beautiful, gorgeous man, oh, he's so beautiful. If someone accused him, who is a phenomenal person and a great man, and someone accused him of SA, let's just say that happened, would I automatically believe it? Probably not. Because I would be like, there's no way my man did this. There's no way. Unless I had some kind of proof, unless I had someone telling me, yes, he did it, or he admitted it to me. I know that would never happen because I know my man. But why did Iana hurry up and move out? Why? Was there an underlying issue there? Did she know something else? Did she find out about Constance? Why did she hurry up and not believe her man and just move out? Why? To me, that's just weird, but I could be wrong. Some of y'all might say, no, if I hear that, that's it. I'm moving out. I'm leaving him. It's done. But y'all tell me down in the comments how y'all would react if y'all if the cops come to your house and arrest your man for SA, what would y'all do? How would y'all feel? I would love to know y'all opinions because I've never dealt with that. But anyway, Olga moves out, but on May 23rd, Olga moves out. Iana moves out. She had moved in with her mother, Olga. On May 23rd, she had to go to Blake's apartment because they used to live together. She had to get a few things and she never came back. So on May 24th, Olga, Iana's mom, goes to the house, knocks on the door. It's seen in the videos, and y'all need to go watch the videos and see the footage. She's looking for her daughter. She sees Blake's silhouette through the glass, so she knows Blake Leibel is inside the condo, but he's not answering the door. So she thinks and knows her daughter is in some kind of trouble. She's freaking out because she sees her daughter's beautiful SUV Mercedes sitting there. She knows her daughter's in there. She calls the cops. The cops say, okay, we're going to make a welfare check. No one answers the door. No one. And the cops just can't go flying in there. You know, they have to have a reason to go in there. Well, nothing's happening. Olga calls the cops again and says, listen, my daughter is in danger. Y'all need to go over there and check on her. Something's wrong. My daughter would just not come back for days. She has a brand new newborn baby and something is wrong. So the cops, they go back over there. They actually hear movement in the apartment and bust down the door. And what do they find? Oh my gosh. The cops go into the apartment. They automatically know there's some type of struggle. They find a shut door. They try to go inside this room and there is a mattress and furniture blocking the door for them not to get in. So they push their way through. They made their way through. And what do they find? They find blood everywhere. I'm not talking about a little speck of blood. I'm not talking about a little puddle. I'm talking about blood splatter. When I saw the pictures and I saw the footage, I was shocked because normally people will clean up a scene. They will hurry up and try to cover their tracks every which way. But on the nightstand, you could see the blood splatter, like someone forcefully hit somebody with something or stabbed someone. It was very brutal, a violent crime. The cops were absolutely shocked. Iana was under this Mickey Mouse blanket on the mattress. They pull the blanket over and see that half of her face looks like it's gone, like she had been attacked by an animal or something. And she was scalped. Now, scalping is taking parts of the scalp off with the hair still attached. And Blake is standing there and says, well, I guess we're just gonna have to go find who did this. What? Now, that is not the only form of a violent attack that they find on Iana's body. They also find bite marks, and they also find that there was some type of brutal attack all over the condo. Cops believe the struggle started in the living room, and then it moved to the bedroom, then it moved to the bathroom, and back to the bedroom where she was placed. Y'all, they also, let me tell you what they did. I don't know what you call it, but you know, they spray this stuff or they put this stuff on all over the place to see if there's blood anywhere in the condo. They turned off the lights, and y'all, that apartment was glowing all lit up like a Christmas tree. There was blood everywhere. There was blood in the hallway. You could tell something had been like dragged. You could tell someone had been viciously attacked in the bathroom. Y'all, they even have blood on the walls. There was blood everywhere. This was the most violent attack that I have ever seen. And to do this to the mother of your child, she had just given birth to his daughter, Diana, just weeks before. And I'm going to stop right there to tell y'all that my heart goes out to her family, and her daughter, because as a mother, as a parent, I know that if I found out that my child was not only murdered, but murdered in this vicious way, because that is not the only thing they find in that apartment. She wasn't just scalped. She wasn't just bitten. She wasn't just violently attacked on one side of her face. When they walked around the apartment, they find body parts in the garbage disposal, in the trash can, in the garbage dumpster outside, a plastic bag containing a human ear, flesh, parts of a scalp. It was so traumatizing for these police officers. It was a bloodbath all over that condo. Iana's cause of death was blunt force trauma and loss of blood. It was said she only had a tablespoon, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of blood left in her body, which is pretty much nothing. Cops believe that Blake drained the body of blood in the bathtub. That's why there was so much blood in the bathroom, y'all. It was crazy. And brought her back to the bedroom, because on the mattress, there really wasn't a lot of blood. It looks like she was placed there. It looks like she was sleeping. Oh, this is absolutely devastating. Now, for who did it? The cops right away believed that it was Blake Leibel. There was no other suspects. He was with the victim. He was with the body. He was there because if he did just walk up on all of this, if he just got there and this happened, wouldn't he have called the cops? Wouldn't he have been like, oh my God, my girlfriend's been murdered. She's been attacked viciously. No, he like I said, he told them like, let's go find who did it. And he had this blank stare. He had no emotion. He was just standing there. And the cops were like, oh no, we taking you in. And he was charged with first-degree murder, torture, and mayhem. He was sent to jail. And he stayed there. And after a while, he was kind of like, it's time for me to get out. Well, like, why am I still in here? He thought because he had money that he could get away with murder. And he kept saying, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. It's time for me to get out. But everyone knew that he did this and he was in jail. Now, for his motive, why did he do this? What happened to Blake that he did this type of violent crime to the mother of his child? Well, we believe we have something. I'm sorry about Elvis and Domino and Priscilla, but they're barking. It's my little dogs. Years earlier, Blake Leibel had written a graphic novel called Syndrome. It showed scalping. They said the illustrations from the book Syndrome are too graphic for some people to see. Some of the illustration shows a nude female that bled out. Very, very graphic, horrible things. And I know what some of y'all are thinking. Anne-Marie, is just a book, because look at Stephen King or Wes Craven's. Stephen King wrote several horror books. That doesn't mean he's going to act out the crime. It doesn't mean he's going to perform these crimes. But why did Blake act out some of these things that were written in his book? Did he want to, did he have these demons in the back and one day wanted to act on them? Did he say, I want to relive this? Did he just write the book and have this book and just say to himself, maybe later I'll do this for real? Why did he do it? Blake Leibel's trial started in June of 2018, 2 years after the brutal murder of Iana Kasian. There was so much evidence against Blake, it was mind-blowing. There was cell phone evidence, forensic evidence that showed Blake was at the scene. He had so many defense injuries. It looks like he was in some type of struggle. And the last person to see Iana was Blake. And in just 3 hours, Blake was found guilty and convicted of first-degree murder, mayhem, aggravated mayhem, torture, and received life in prison with no possibility of parole. My final thought. Y'all know I always come to y'all with my final thought. My final thought, this was not a human. This was a monster. This was an evil person, the work of evil. And my thing is, I'm just going to tell y'all this right now. I'm just going to put this out there like I always tell y'all. Blake Leibel had absolutely no criminal record, nothing. His family was successful. He didn't have this horrible upbringing. He acted on this crime with Iana, with the mother of his child, and with the book that he wrote and all these crazy illustrations and acted out some of these crimes that were in his book. I wonder if Iana just happened to be there and he wanted to do that to a person, or did some type of fight and struggle start? Did something happen? Was there an argument? Did Iana find out about Constance and started like fussing? What happened for Blake to act on these crimes? But if you really want my opinion and what I think that he wanted to do this and it didn't matter who it was going to be. I think he was a monster. I think he wasn't just not even a human. Just no heart, no emotion, a form of a true killer. And I'm also seeing that, remember the last case on Solomon Martinez that I did, the one that was walking around with a severed hand and beheaded someone, supposedly. Apparently, he hasn't been convicted of anything. But he also had no criminal record. You know, y'all, we hear all the time about murders, about someone being shot or stabbed or, strangled. But we're hearing more and more about this dismemberment. And that's very heartbreaking. There are things going on in this world right now that are getting more and more violent, more and more crazy. It is a crazy world out there, and it's absolutely mind-blowing that all of these attacks are happening. And a lot of these killers, it is their first crime, and you don't see that often because, as y'all know, I know every serial killer there is and every single crime there is and how they murder their victims. And a lot of them start so little. They'll start with, they'll shoot somebody, and all of a sudden they graduate like Jeffrey Dahmer. They graduate to all this dismemberment and this horrible putting heads everywhere and staying with bodies and sleeping next to bodies. So we know all of these crimes, but it is sad to me how all of this is starting to take place. My family goes out to Iana Kasian. My heart goes out to her mother, her beautiful daughter that will never know how wonderful and loving and successful her mother was. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And I just want to tell y'all that I want to thank y'all all for y'all love and support. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope that y'all like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from yours truly, Anne Marie. And thank you again for watching my videos. And I love y'all all so very much. And happy Mardi Gras. Bye.